Carrie Kwan is the co-founder and of the startup Mums & Co, which is a network of women trying to run businesses while raising kids. I love the term trying to run businesses while raising kids.
Good.
Because we're all just trying. Carrie joins us now. Hi there, Carrie.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Hi,
Carrie.
Joe. Hi, Carrie. Great to be here. And congratulations, a radio for women by women. Woo!
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Well, trying to run a business, that's what we're doing here, Carrie. As we all are.
I love it. I love it.
So you have a huge network of mums that are juggling all of life's challenges, including, running a business. And even if you're not running a business, we all have to earn a buck and we all have to manage the school and then after school as well, which is the basketball and the swimming and the drama and all of that. And then, of course, there's other family matters like, maybe having a relationship and maybe looking after our parents and all of the stuff. What sorts of things are people juggling? What are you hearing, Carrie?
Yeah, it's a full-on week at the moment. The mental load is peaking. The capacity to I guess have all these competing modes at the moment. So in my household there's two young ones. We've got one that's just started year one and the other one's in preschool. And I know, there's lots of firsts there, but there's lots of big emotions for those that are in the older years as well. So I've got lots of older nephews and nieces and, starting primary school and needing, control of their lives and input. Whereas I think with my small ones, it's kind of like, all right, we're doing this and we've got to get going. But all those competing modes at the moment, like you mentioned, we've got highly administrative mode at the moment. So making sure those, they've got something to eat, the school lunches are packed, making sure they've got all the supplies that they need, that that beautiful list that you've been given by the school, making sure that you've got logistics sorted. So, they're getting picked up and dropped off to the gazillion things that in their extracurricular activities and the sports and the music, etc. There's also, the energy that we're spending building a surety and confidence at the moment with our children. So, we want to make sure that they're in the right mindset and they've got, that if they've got any concerns, we're actually nurturing them through that process. And if it's a new experience for you, like especially for those that are just about to start preschool or just about to start kindy, you're nurturing your own emotions as well. And there's big feelings going on. So I had the big feelings with my youngest just before saying goodbye this morning. They were just waterworks and you've just got to spend some time helping him process that. And then we've got new routines again. So we are definitely not on holiday anymore. There's no more unlimited screen time, late night movies. Everyone's got to get back into this new routine. And it's a pretty time-pressured routine. Everyone's got to get going to start the day. So, and I guess the other areas around New Year resolutions, which might be going well, or they might, in my case, be waning. There's lots going on at the moment. It's almost like a perfect storm of these competing modes.
I honestly don't know why anybody would set a New Year's resolution, because to me that seems like a complete waste of time.
Lower those expectations from the get-go.
Absolutely.
I'm still trying to achieve the one that I had a few years back, but I think I just repeat it. So anyway, it's it's all year resolution, isn't it? It's not the new year.
I mean, Carrie, that's such great advice. And sometimes it can feel just so overwhelming, can't it? Like when you go with your list, you go, yep, I'm going to go tick, 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 tick. Oh, yeah, and kind of get myself organised and ready for life. Any advice that you can also kind of break it down to take away that feeling of it's just way too much?
Look, I think we are doing a lot at the moment because we're ambitious and we care. So I often start with the mindset, and how we look at it in Mums & Co is this: we're trying to get this almost this trinity of well-being, ambition, and livelihood, and we're trying to harmonize all those elements. And I really believe that perspective is everything. So when you first start, it's these parts are all important to me. I'm not trying to find balance as such. I'm trying to find more that they work together. Those different parts can work together. So that's where I first start. The second part is almost in, I guess, the company that we keep. So, and that's, why we're called Mums & Co. You need to lean on that company. You need to lean on that community. You need to lean on, your partners or your husbands, the village, the neighbours, anyone that is part of your community. We're in this, in that together. So I feel like, don't be afraid to articulate what you need from these people that are amazing, helpers, our grandparents, and, those that are part of your village. We need to articulate what we need from them, and we need to be able to say, hey, can you just help me out with this? Or, hey, can you look after the kids for, this period of time? So don't be afraid to ask and articulate what you need. And then I think the other bit I've been thinking about is I'm a big, you have to get organized. You have to get organized.
Yes.
And I feel like I feel like I'm getting better at it as well. So I've got, the really young kids, and I don't have 3 kids or 4 kids. Oh gosh, the kids, those that have more than multiples of kids. Like, you just have to up your organization game. So I love making what I call attention notes. It's not a list, because I don't feel like I have to get through everything, and it captures everything because there's lots going on in my mind. And then I kind of bulk them into literally that: ambition attention notes, livelihood attention notes, and well-being attention notes. And it captures all the things that I want to do and all the things that I want to be able to get through. And then I kind of do one more step, which is I really like to make introductions based on those notes. Mums are great at making recommendations. Like, I know that I can call my sister and she will be able to give me every single tip and advice on the realm of soccer, because she is pro soccer mum. So if she's I want to be able to have someone like her that can help me figure out an organized and advanced plan, because I'm going to miss a date. I'm going to miss the registration date for the local soccer team. So having those attention notes, having them all in one place, and then being able to pull it out when I need to.
I really love what you're highlighting there, Carrie, is being willing to be vulnerable enough to ask for help. Because I think often we feel like we just got to do everything and no, I'll be fine and I'll get through it. But I learned a few years ago that if I'm not asking for help, then people don't feel like they can ask me for help. They don't feel like there's permission there for that sort of reliance on each other. And that's doing them a disservice. So I think it's really important to allow ourselves to acknowledge I can't do it all, and be vulnerable enough to actually put your hand up and say, hey, can anybody please do this for me? Because I just can't.
I love that element of being vulnerable, but I also think it's really strong. If you actually, I actually think that I don't want to be the smartest person in the room, and there's no way that I can be the, know everything about being a great mum to a currently 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. There's no possible way. So I'm like, okay, great. Who can I learn from? Who can give me their tips? Like, I'm just a sponge for that. And then I pay it forward. Like, if someone's given it to me, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is what you got to know. Here's the 5-minute rundown. And, and share that information, because we're great at doing it, and we should do it.
Yeah, great, Carrie. And I also loved why you touched on the mindfulness. I know, Joe, we often speak about that too. I just think that's absolute key, because it's like the oxygen mask. You got to put it on yourself first before you can help anybody else. And I think that's absolute key.
Yeah, and some of them needing the, whether, again, like, we've got 3 very different age children at the moment. Carrie, I think yours is an adult, and Joe, yours is the same as mine, 5.
No, I've got an 11-year-old. So yeah, preteen,
11.
which is, whew, that's fun.
I think back in my teen years, I think they are fun. Like you're so confident, and you're just willing to, but you don't have, I guess, all the experience, and we're trying to help them navigate that. But yeah, look, definitely look after yourself first, and then that family follows. So make sure your ambitions are met. Make sure you're looking after your well-being. Make sure that that's in place before we can get hopefully that whole trifecta.
Yeah, I love that it's okay to have ambition in your world, Carrie. There's absolutely no reason to switch off that great desire that's in you to do anything in life, and having children doesn't mean we should switch that off. I have a big tip, which is always, if you want to feel like a success, just lower your standards. Because no one actually knows to what level you have set yourself that goal. So it doesn't even matter. And I reminded myself of this when I was at 7 a.m. in Officeworks the other morning looking for contact, because I'd forgotten to contact my kids' books on the first day of school. And then I just had this moment where I'm like, what am I doing here? You are not going to contact books the morning of the first day of school. Just go and get a cup of coffee. No one's going to know. Carrie, thank you so much for that awesome word of advice. I really love it. And we want to wish all of the parents out there dealing with the juggle of school returning this week, try and slow down and enjoy it, because it is a very precious time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Definitely acknowledge that you've got them in the right place. They're confident. They're off on their learning journey. And now sit down, have that cup of coffee or the juice, or, and even just having some 5 minutes to be with wherever you're at before you kind of kick on into business mode or to work mode. So congratulations. Exciting time for all.
Yeah, thanks. That's Carrie Kwan from Mums & Co. Check them out at mumsandco.com.au. You have a great day, Carrie.
Have a great day. Bye.
Great.